I hope everybody had a safe fiesta. Oh, yeah. Well, I was with my mom in Louisiana and with my niece, who is 3, but has the confidence, the self-esteem, and the wherewithal to tell you what she's feeling in a very, I don't want to say aggressive, but very demanding way. Yeah, but no, she's extremely nice. Yeah. Well, it's always good to see her because you sort of get to see the world in a new way because you're seeing it through her eyes. So that's always great. Yeah. Although she loves her baby Finn. I know every song. All right, court is calling 2025 CR 002829, State versus Randy Romero Thomas. Could I have parties announced for the record? State.
Denny Callahan defense.
And are you Mr. Thomas?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you entered a plea with Judge Angelini. Do you have any objections to the court sentencing you?
No, Your Honor.
All right, according to your plea bargain agreement, punishment was to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. The state is recommending community supervision. Are you currently employed?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you do?
Hospitality, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm in hospitality, Your Honor.
Ah, okay. What part of hospitality? What do you do?
Food and beverage.
Okay. And when you say food and beverage, is this alcohol?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you at a bar? Where do you work?
I work at the Pullman Market. It's a restaurant called Mesquite. I'm a bartender.
All right, so that may be a little bit difficult for you
Yes,
because of the nature of this offense. So you may want to look for other employment. I am not going to tell you can't work there, but you can't drink while you're on probation. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any objections to his working at this bar?
But we just ask for operations to monitor consumption of alcohol.
All right. Are you currently on ignition interlock?
No, Your Honor.
What are you on?
Scram.
All right. Do you have a vehicle or was your vehicle totaled?
I do not have a vehicle. I have no vehicles in my ownership,
Whose
Your Honor.
vehicle was it?
It was my girlfriend's vehicle.
All right. Who do you live with?
My girlfriend.
Does she have access to a vehicle?
She does, Your Honor.
All right. So any vehicles that are at that home are going to have ignition interlock on the vehicle.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, a TAP evaluation out of custody, follow all TAP recommendations, 120 sober meetings in 120 days, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider with minors, 2-year license suspensions, VIP live, DWI intervention, DWI education, 200 hours of community service restitution. Do you have any children?
Yes, Your Honor.
How old are they?
3 months old, Your Honor. 4 months old yesterday, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. I'm sorry, state your excuse.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. There's supposed to be a 10-day Bexar County jail sanction. You have a choice. You can either do the 10 days in the Bexar County jail that will start today, or what I will do is I will sentence you to 20 days on GPS. It'll be partial for employment only.
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you choose?
The second one, Your Honor.
All right, there'll be 20 days GPS, partial for employment. Now, are you able to afford the GPS?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. There is to be a referral to felony drug court. Probation is, one other thing, there's to be restitution, if any, to Diane Ness, Ness, and Amy Hall. And we're going to set this for a restitution hearing. State, you'll need to have information on that restitution. We're going to set it for a restitution hearing on May 19th. Is that enough time for you? All right, we'll have a restitution hearing on May 19th.
Yeah, address the court.
Yes.
You need the defendant there for that hearing.
Yes. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Oh, I am so sorry. Ignition interlock for half the term. And that's to be on all vehicles at residence.
I have an install date for his GPS.
How much time will you need?
Me, Judge?
Yes, how much time?
Oh,
All right, so the ignition interlock needs to be installed no later than May 12th.
I'm sorry, Judge, that was for GPS.
Oh, I'm sorry, GPS, May 12th. Thank you. Hey, I'm starting over. All right, so that GPS needs to be installed no later than May 12th by 4 p.m. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, you have a 3-month-old, right? All right. People always think that they're sober when they're not sober. I have yet, and I think your attorney will tell you, he probably hasn't had it either. There has not been a single case I've seen where someone ends up killing somebody driving intoxicated, where they said, my intent was to go out, get drunk, get in a wreck and kill somebody or injure somebody. You are one of those people who cannot drink alcohol. You know why? Because you don't know when you've had enough. You can't drink just one drink and be done.
Yes, Your Honor.
The way this vehicle hit other vehicles, guess what? You say you have a 3-month-old, there could be somebody intoxicated driving around, end up hitting your 3-month-old while they're in a vehicle. I don't think you would want that, and you would be upset about it. So from here on out, everything that you do, you need to be doing it so that your child would be proud to say, that's my father. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have an issue with drinking and you think you're going to take a drink, you need to call your sponsor. If there is something on probation that you're struggling with, call your probation officer. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can come back to court. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Who's here on Glenn White? All right, Mr. White, come forward. Hello, Mr. White. How are you doing?
All right.
All right. So on this case, where are we on discovery?
Defense counsel indicated to me that he was unable to get what's on discovery, so he's gonna provide our office with a flash drive, and I'm going to make sure and get it downloaded and provide it to him so he can review discovery.
I'll provide that to him tomorrow, Judge.
All right. So Ms. Ferguson, recall this at the end of the month for discovery.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll come back on May 29th for discovery. Do
Thank
you
you.
have any questions, sir?
No.
All right, we'll see you back on May 29th.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, who's here on Christopher Bernal?
Present, Your Honor. Did you have him on the docket there?
Yes.
These are various cases that are going on.
All right, let me.
So Judge, last setting,
Mhm.
I was appointed onto the case, took over for another attorney.
Yes.
I've looked at the discovery on the UUMV case.
Mhm.
However, there is, and I need to continue it to talk to family violence, but
Mhm.
there's a continuous violence case that has not been indicted.
Mhm.
So I need to talk to them, coordinate with them. Hopefully we can work out something to everybody's liking.
All right, so what date are you asking for?
I do want to do a short 2-week reset to the
Okay.
week of May 19th. This way he's not lingering too long in custody.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, May 19th on Christopher Bernal. All right, do you have any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you back on May 19th.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank
You're
you, Judge.
welcome. And Mr. DeLeon, are you on the continuance violence case? If you can make sure you're on that case as well.
Double check on it.
All right, thank you.
Judge, I just have the one case from all, and then is that a reset as well?
Yes, it's May 19th,
Thanks, Judge.
sure. And it's the same Christopher Bernal, is that correct?
I believe so, Judge.
Kenneth Deleuze. All right, so where are we on this case?
Yes, Your Honor. So the state has made an offer today.
Okay,
We need to speak with the misdemeanor attorney because they're trying to do I guess, a global deal.
Mhm.
So we're asking for a reset. In addition, Your Honor, I had filed, previously we were here, there was a GPS violation hearing in which the court, he was on partial GPS house arrest for work. Because court had restricted him to house arrest.
Mhm.
I filed a modification of that. I have, my client and I have both provided his probation officer proof of his employment, and they verified that employment. So we're asking for the GPS conditions to be modified again to partial house arrest. Unfortunately, since the previous modification, he is really struggling financially, not able to work, and is close to losing his current living conditions.
so it's the court's understanding, and if I'm wrong, correct me, because usually I don't do full house arrest unless there's a reason for it. So I'm assuming there was a VR
Yes, Your Honor.
violation report, and he was
Yes.
violating GPS?
He was, Your Honor. I think the issue was at that hearing, the probation officer was unable to actually come and testify. So we couldn't really get into a lot of the violations at that point. But there were allegations that he did violate some of those in the times that he was supposed to be away from. It wasn't that he was getting close to the complainant, because there is no harmful and injurious contact. It was that some of the locations that he was going to were not related. Well, probation believed they were not related to work. It was actually him going to seek additional work at different barber shops.
Mhm. All right, you'll need to set that for a hearing, get a hearing date from Ms. Ferguson. This is coming back for a plea deadline date on May 19th. Ms. Ferguson, give them a reset for May 19th and then set their motion to modify bond condition as soon as possible. All right, thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. All right, court is calling 2018 CR 13404W State versus Joanne Marie Reyes. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Jason Garahan for the state, Your Honor.
Stephen Gilmore for Ms. Reyes.
And are you Ms. Reyes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you entered into a plea bargain agreement with the state on December 18th, 2018. According to the plea, you entered a plea of guilty. The state is recommending deferred adjudication. And according to the plea bargain agreement, the state is recommending 10 years deferred adjudication. They will dismiss 2 other cases. And it states here that they will adjust the recommended time of deferred adjudication to 8 years instead of 10 years of deferred adjudication if you spend 2 years without violating bond conditions. So that's the plea bargain agreement. Is there, yes.
Sorry to interrupt, but I believe that the way I read it,
Mhm.
and I know it's a little confusing the way it's put down, I don't know who wrote that, but I think that the amount of time that she spent on bond for the case
Mhm.
would be taken off of the 10 years. And then, for instance, if she did 2 years on bond, we would reduce it
Ah,
to 8.
okay.
So I believe in this case.
All right, somebody who did this plea bargain agreement, I know it wasn't you, but they didn't take or pay any attention to contracts in law
I had to
school.
read it a couple times myself.
All right, yes.
So, and I believe that I believe it's 8 years that she's spent on bond on this
Mhm.
particular case, Your Honor.
All right. So the court will hear whatever evidence either side wishes to present.
Well, the state's position with the actual plea bargain agreement that was entered back in 2018, that she's been on bond total, I believe, 8 years. So the state would be recommending 2 years deferred adjudication this time.
All right.
That's also what defense is requesting, Judge. She's performed under the contract. She provided truthful testimony in the trial of a cause that happened just a few weeks ago in a capital murder trial. She was available for sentencing as well if needed. So, for the reasons that she has performed under the contract, I just asked the court to continue following the plea bargain agreement. She's also executed a declaration under penalty of perjury that I've discussed with Mr. Garahan, that she is presently indigent for the purposes of fines, costs, and fees associated with probation, but principally, Judge, when she had the other case that was pending, and I believe everything has already been dismissed, there's nothing to be tested at this time. But in one of the cases that was pending, she had a GPS monitor, and Judge Contreras did not, I don't know why he didn't, but didn't waive the fees. And so she has a balance on this case. Whenever she reports to pretrial, there's a balance for GPS fees. I would just ask the court to waive the balance of the GPS fee.
All right, I can say waive balance of GPS fees, but if it's a third-party contract, I have no
Right.
authority or the jurisdiction to force them to waive GPS fees.
Of course,
All right, anything else?
nothing further, Judge.
All right, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you
Yes, ma'am.
solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? Oh, help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Joanna Marie Rains.
All right, are you currently employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I am a hairstylist and I work for Amazon.
All right. And how long have you been doing that?
For hairstylist, about 7 years. Amazon, I just started about 6 months ago.
All right, and do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
All right. So how are you supporting yourself?
By working. in school.
All right. And the reason why I asked that is because your attorney said that you can't pay any fees. So do you live by yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you say you're in school?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you studying?
I'm getting a cross Cosmo, so I can do barber and, I did just open my own, salon in December, so it's just for the licensing and everything.
All right. And how old were you when this offense was committed?
I believe I was 19.
Okay. All right, anything else?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication. Proof of employment within the 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Probation, is there any classes that she needs? All right, thank you. TAP evaluation, follow all recommendations. There should be 200 hours of community service restitution. Probation, is there anything else? All right. And of course, there's to be no contact with the co-defendants. All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am, thank you.
All right. And if I didn't say it, 200 hours community service restitution. Is there anything else, defense? And did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we may need to change this because this documentation has changed.
Sure.
Yeah. Could you print them out a trial court certification on this case? No. It's just that this one is an old one from 2018. I want to say it's Jalen Bell and Tamar McIntyre. And is there any victim impact in this?
No.
All right, state, you may be excused. I'm just going to wait for this trial court certification. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. To be successful on probation in this court, communication is key. If you have an issue, let probation know about it. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. All right. And if you completed any type of educational courses where you obtained a certificate, just give it to probation and I'll consider waiving some of the community service hours. I just need to know what it is.
I never got my property out when I was incarcerated, but I did several classes when I was incarcerated with several certificates, so I'm not sure if I'm able to obtain them
Okay.
still.
All right. Yes. All right. So just speak with probation and then you'll be excused. Thank you.
ma'am.
And thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you so much.
Alexander Aguilar. All right, so where are we on lab results?
So we got the lab results in for the victim's same exam. We need to have the defendant's buccal swab taken and sent to the lab to compare to the DNA that was found in the same report. There has been a warrant signed to that effect, but it hasn't been properly executed, so I need to have SAPD sent down to the jail today so that they can take the swab of the defendant and have that specimen sent to the lab for testing.
All right. And you know, maybe this is just me, and I know it's not your fault. I don't understand why cases are being indicted and DNA is not done. And then we wait to, I say we, but I don't mean me. Then there's a wait to, now let's get his DNA and see if it compares to whatever other DNA. I don't understand that.
Agree with you.
All right. So that's probably going to take, what,
Well,
8 months?
necessarily, I can put a rush request on it and hopefully have it done within the next few weeks.
All right. So we have that. CPS records, you have already exchanged those?
I believe we have it.
Believe so.
Okay, so it's just the DNA that we're lacking.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you can recall this for the end of June.
We're just a status hearing.
It will be for discovery, and that will be the final discovery hearing.
Yes, sir.
All right, June 26th.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
No,
All right, thank you.
it's funny. I've never heard anybody complain about honesty.
Who's here on Juan Andres Aguilar?
Judge.
Good morning. How's it going?
Go well yourself.
Oh, I cannot complain.
Virtual picture,
Yes.
signature methods,
All right, where are we on discovery?
disclosed the CPS records that defense was requesting today to him.
Okay.
And he signed your honor signed the order of protection. So I believe all discovery matters are now complete.
That's correct, Judge. I would just need time to review those CPS records and I'll complete.
All right, how much time are you asking for, counsel?
Judge, if you can maybe give me 30 to 45 days, I think that should be sufficient.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a date for the end of June. It's a plea deadline date. All right, June 26th is your plea deadline date. You'll need to let the court know whether or not you've reached an agreement with the state at that time. If you have not reached an agreement, your next court date will be a jury trial setting, and the court will not consider any plea bargain agreements without good cause. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. Court is calling 2025 CR 001919 State versus Jody Flores. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Andrew Harrison, State.
Sean Simpson for Mr. Flores.
And are you Mr. Flores?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review with your client?
I have your.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications in this case?
No, Judge.
All right. Mr. Flores, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Judge, we do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Flores, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand your charge of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 2, less than 1 gram?
Yes, Your Honor.
As a state jail felony, range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 200 days in the Bear County Jail under 1244. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, sir.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No motion.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes. Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, I take that back. I would like to just, for the record, note all of the courses that he has completed that I have turned over to the court.
All right, and the court has reviewed those documents. All right, Mr. Flores, do you have any criminal history?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is his criminal history?
Is minor drug charges.
Okay,
And the DWI that was reduced to, for which we sentenced the officer.
all right. And you're former military?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, here's the thing. I can accept this plea bargain agreement. It appears to the court that I recognize that he's taken classes, right?
Yes, Judge.
And he's trying to get his life together. I don't know if you can get your life together on your own, right? So I can do one or two things. I can follow this plea bargain agreement. If I follow this plea bargain agreement, you're going to have a felony conviction. And that felony conviction is going to impact your ability for certain government services because it's a felony conviction. So is this your first felony conviction?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So what I can do is, one, I can accept this. It's going to be a felony conviction. Whatever governmental assistance that you were previously receiving, it's going to impact this. Laws are being changed, with executive orders and everything that's going on. I don't know if whatever help you're receiving through the government for your military service, if that's going to still exist for you because of this felony conviction. So I can accept this. You'll be done. And that's the good thing, right? You're like, whew, I'm done. Or what I can do is I can accept your plea, not sentence you today. You can see perhaps if you can go to Veterans Treatment Court and see if they will accept you and this not be a felony conviction. So those are things for you to consider.
Be done with that. Yes. Judge, we did discuss some of those possibilities, and I believe that he just wants to be done today.
All right. And
Thank
state,
you. Thank you, Judge.
sure. And state, we can go off the record. State, do you all want him to have a felony conviction?
Not especially.
I mean, is that, and here I am being defense attorney and prosecutor, and I know I shouldn't be in that position. But my question is, when I was a prosecutor, I would look at a case, is there enough evidence here to prove beyond a reasonable doubt? And if there is enough evidence to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, and this is what I always tell people who would sit with me as my second chair, I said, then your next question should be, one, what do you think this person's punishment should be? Do you think they should go to prison? Do you think they should get probation? Do you think they should have a felony conviction? So this case, it's a possession penalty group 2, less than a gram. He's with a vape pen. Can't be using that in the vape. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So the question becomes, should this be a felony conviction for him? Because we all know with a felony conviction, he served his country. With a felony conviction, that's going to forestall, if he has mental health, that's going to be a problem with him getting in that because he has a felony conviction. So do y'all really want this to be a felony conviction?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, I'm asking the parties.
From the state's perspective, not especially. However, Mr. Flores, through his counsel, has not indicated any desire to be on any sort of community supervision that would eliminate the immediate possibility.
Well, how many times have I taken misdemeanor pleas here?
I don't believe that a misdemeanor plea is appropriate in this circumstance, Judge, considering the number of drug charges that he has already incurred.
All right, I'll follow it.
Thank you.
But-
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure. All right, thank you. All right, the court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 200 days Bear County Jail under 1244. Give you credit for any time served. The court will show that the judgment is satisfied. All right, we can go off the record. I appreciate you taking the classes that you were able to take while you were in custody. When you are released, you're going to have to maintain that because otherwise you're going to be back here with another prosecutor, perhaps with another judge, and who knows what will happen. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
There are plenty of places, free places that can help you with your drug addiction. If you can't find a place, when you get out, you can come back here. I will pick up the phone, call somebody to help you, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Put all your phones away.
Thank you.